Her sit down air.
Her sit down air stank.
It's not funny, but
no, it's true.
It's true.
If your sit down air stank. What's up, everybody? We're B Squared.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Brittany.
And welcome back to our channel.
It's been a while since we've been here.
It's been a long time.
Long time coming.
Yeah, a long time coming. But we're back.
We're here.
Healthy.
Yep.
Safe.
I was about to say wealthy. We're not that. Today, we're
talking about squats.
No, today we're talking about feminine health and hygiene. How you take care of yourself to keep ourselves fresh and clean.
Feminine, personal hygiene, and some products that we use that we want to share with you all because
this is important.
It's an important video.
This is a very important video because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't know about until I got older.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that either you just don't know, or you have people that explain it to you. And sometimes if you don't have people to explain it to you, you meet people to explain it to you. But it is a video that we have seen quite a bit, not just recently, but quite a bit, and I think that it is extremely beneficial.
pH.
Yes.
pH is very important, and a lot of people don't know about your pH. You think that you just stink because you just stink. But
Brittany informed me that there is a reason on why your pH is thrown off, and it could be literally anything.
Sexual intercourse can throw it off. Your period, the blood isn't the same pH as your natural body, so it throws it off. Different soaps. There's only one soap that I can use, and it's the Dove Sensitive Skin. Anything else, baby, I'm running around here like I'm on fire.
Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
Why did you say that? She listed off several things, but like I said, for us, finding out different things that throw off your pH, things that you eat can also throw off your pH. Like, I had a discussion with my sister, and she was like, garlic. She was like, if you cook with like fresh garlic or minced garlic, and depending upon how much of it, that ingredient that's in your food, and I'll be honest, I didn't even pay attention to it, but after, you know how after somebody says something, you're like, that's what that is. Yeah, like you'll go to the bathroom and you pee like garlic, asparagus. Definitely asparagus. You can smell that and you're like, it was good.
It's funny because I tell Britt that anytime I eat a filet of fish sandwich, I smell the filet of fish. Like, I smell the fish, and it's disgusting. But they really, like, when they say you are what you eat, like,
we'll just say that food is definitely something that can throw off your pH along with everything else that she just listed off.
Yes. So one thing that I found, well, I've always had issues with my pH being off. I don't know what it is, but it's very sensitive down there. Again, I can only use one soap, the Dove Sensitive Skin Soap. And then I also went to the doctor, and she was telling me that shaving can throw off your pH. If you don't have the hair there, it doesn't protect it from the bacterias. But you would think that it would hold bacteria. Like, so it's kind of like a it's weird.
Tit for tat.
Yeah.
Very tit for tat.
Because, you know, before I go to OBGYN, I'm like, oh, I got to shave it up. I don't want her to be like, oh, you a wolf pack back there. Like, I don't want that. But then she told me, she was like, well, you shaving it throws off your pH because,
it could probably be what you're using to shave with.
It's the EOS shaving cream for sensitive skin.
You like that?
Yeah. It really doesn't bother me. The other product that I use that I've got Brittany on is Honey Pot. Honey Pot has a sensitive skin foaming wash that actually is for your pH. So It's plant-based, feminine care. The pH is 3.5 to 4.5. And then
it's 100% natural.
what's in it is lavender, vinegar, and calendula. And then there's also colloidal silver in it to keep you clean. It's sulfate-free, cruelty-free. And again, it's 100% natural. This is a sensitive skin one. I think they have a
they have a regular one.
Yeah, they have a regular one, but I'm very sensitive, so I didn't know what was what.
So you just started out with a sensitive.
Yeah. It says shake, pump 3 times, and wash it with your clean hands. And one thing I didn't think about, when we use the rags that we use, if you use a loofah, those things hold so much bacteria. Your rags hold so much bacteria. So if you're using that rag to wash yourself and it's been sitting in there, like, can you imagine?
So the washcloth, because you know how some people, like, you know, your mother or your grandmother will tell you you should have a washcloth for your face.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A washcloth for your body.
Yes.
And sometimes we don't do that. I mean, come on, we're being real. Sometimes
I've always, because my grandma's serious about that stuff.
Well, and some people's way of saying, some people don't do that because a lot of things some people just don't know.
That is true.
Like I have a 13-year-old. She's going through the last couple of years, but especially now, there's certain things where I'm like, okay, she's going through where her skin's changing, body's changing, you're developing. So we had to explain to her too, like, okay, you also need to have a washcloth for your face, and you need to have a washcloth for your body. And you'd be surprised, because like she said, just like with the loofah, I know with loofahs, I know some people are different. Some people use a loofah and change it out on a weekly basis. Some people, you know, every couple of weeks, some people monthly. But a loofah is something that you need to change out. If that's your choice when you wash yourself, that's something that you need to change out frequently, because like she said, washcloths, loofah, anything else, they hold bacteria. And of course, everything's always about bacteria, but it holds bacteria, and it could be throwing something off. It could throw off your pH. It could give you acne. It could, it's all kinds of things. So again, just like you said, there's certain things that I just didn't know, or just didn't do because I just didn't, and I didn't realize that that could be contributing to me having those type of issues. So you never know.
You never know.
Girl, I didn't know.
And that's another thing, like when you wash, like a lot of people don't know, you're supposed to wash your feet last. like come on, like you're walking around everywhere. Say you like wash your feet and then you wash your feet. Right? You just put all those germs from the ground.
I mean, it makes sense.
In your vagina. My grandma told me that when I was young. Like, no. For real. Like, isn't that crazy? You don't think about this stuff, but
No,
that is serious.
So I've been using it for 6 months, and I definitely notice a difference. I do feel fresher.
Feel cleaner.
You feel cleaner, you feel fresher, and I think that this is probably the first type of, we'll classify it as, it's a feminine wash. That is the first type of feminine wash that I've actually followed it to a T, where you are using your hands and nothing else to make sure that you're properly cleaning yourself, just like it says. And in the past, you know, we've used Summer's Eve, honey.
Yes.
You've used what's another one?
Vagisil.
And I'm not knocking those products, because I've probably used them once or twice or beforehand, and I think I probably stopped. I know I stopped using Summer's Eve because I was like, something is wrong. Like it
would make me itch.
It would make you itch, or it was completely throwing off
Your
everything.
pH.
Yes, everything. And you'd be good for a couple of days, and you'd be like,
yeah,
something's wrong.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So again, this honey pot, I do stand by it. I have used it for about 6 months now. I started out using the sensitive wash. I've not used the regular. I'm not as sensitive as some, or as Brittany said, as she is. But I do think that I do want to switch it up and try something else by that line. But I do like the product. I haven't had any issues with it, and
we're good.
Yeah, I will say.
They do have wipes. I've tried their wipes. Their
I haven't
sensitive
tried the
skin wipes.
Yeah.
And they were good too.
They have what? They have wipes. They have feminine
Panty
wash.
spray.
They have feminine spray, Brittany.
It's panty spray.
It's panty spray, Brittany. But even now, I can hear my mother. Oh, that etiquette. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. No couth. That's what she was saying.
No,
it says panty spray, but we'll classify it as feminine spray.
It says panty spray.
We're being modest.
Okay, so I've been working in breast health for 3 years, and I never really realized how important it was with what deodorant, what you actually put topically into your body, because we have pores, and so it goes into our bodies. And working there, I just learned, you know, 1 out of 8 women get breast cancer or have breast cancer, and it's serious. But you really don't stop and think about that stuff. And I've always wanted to try aluminum-free deodorants. But with my hormones, the way stuff be going, listen.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Be funky, okay? It's always the right armpit.
Thank God I'm on the left.
It's always the right one. No, it's okay. I got my deodorant. So I've been seeing this deodorant called Lume, and when I tell you, I was very skeptical, and I was just like, it's gonna be like any other deodorant, but it's whole body deodorant. It's for your pits. You can put it on your feet, put it on your privates. 72-hour odor control. This one is in jasmine rose. It's aluminum free, baking soda free, and it's naturally scented. It's vegan and cruelty free. They have all different types of scents. And I got this one because I got the tube because, ladies, let's talk about it. We sweat in cracks and crevices.
Especially when you are thicker than a Snicker.
Yes. We got some crevices that we need to get, that we forget to get.
Yeah.
So with the squeeze bottle that Britt has here, I put it under my boobs because I sweat under there. I put it in between my boobs because you sweat there. I put it underneath my fupa.
Wait a minute. Wait, is that what it's called?
Scientifically or medically, it's called a panis.
I do not like that.
I don't like that.
Okay, go on.
So I put it under my fupa because you don't want that to be funky. You put it on your thighs, in between your thighs, and that little crack and crevice in your V shape.
Yes. Oh yeah, because this
honestly, like this stuff, it's a game changer.
Breast cancer does run in my family. I have one of my favorite aunts who was diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer. I have my grandmother on my mother's side who died from breast cancer. So, you know, these are important things that we really don't talk about, because who thinks that, oh, by me switching my deodorant is that, you just never know. So it's okay to be woke.
Yeah, it is. That's why they even say, like, aluminum is one of the things that they have speculated in correlation with cancer.
Really?
Yes. That's why my grandmother does not cook in aluminum pans.
Oh, I remember that.
She does not cook in non-stick pans, only stainless steel. My grandmother is very health conscious, and I do listen to things that she says, but like this, to me, like working where I work and seeing it every day, it, like Bray says, it keeps you woke. Like you're just like, whoa.
You don't know, and you don't realize. You hear other people talk about it. It's not close to home.
Yeah.
So when you work closely with it, like Brittany works at the breast center. We're both in the medical field. I'm more on the administrative end. She's on the front line, so she's dealing with people face to face, day to day, and
it does not discriminate.
No, it doesn't.
It does not.
So,
age, race, it does not discriminate.
Exactly. So I mean, these are things, especially with us being in our 30s now, there are different things. Our bodies are changing, and there's certain things that you just need to know. And when you find out new stuff, it's good to share.
Yes. So we're sharing.
There it is. It is the Dove. It's original scent, and it is the it's made with moisturizing cream, and it's 48 hours. The fragrance, this comes in so many different fragrances, it's ridiculous, but I love the original. It smells good. It smells fresh.
Like
it smells
filled
fresh.
with roses.
It smells good. Where I would be spraying this, it says it on the label on that one. So even if I'm putting this on my armpits, I'm putting it sometimes when it's hot, when it's summertime, you put it underneath the girls.
Yeah, because they sweat.
Because they sweat. And
Let's
this,
not act like yours don't sweat, because they do.
your boobs sweat.
Yeah, it's
okay.
hot.
And when it's hot, they sweat. Or in a sticky situation, you get nervous. That sweats.
Yeah.
In between your legs, the top
Fleece
part of
line
your butt.
leggings.
Yeah.
Listen, them fleece line leggings will have you on fire.
You be in there like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better.
again, things that can contribute to throwing off your feminine health, your vaginal health, your pH, whatever you want to call it.
Make you sweat more. Have you
The
ever
sweat,
noticed that
yeah.
lace in them boy shorts and that satiny? You gonna sweat.
Your OB will say you need to let girlfriend breathe.
Yes.
And especially if you take a shower before you go to bed. Some people don't take a shower. Some people take a shower before they go to bed. Whatever the case is, they say that it's not good for you to always be covered. So that is probably the best time, because most people are getting anywhere from, we'll say, 4 to 8 hours, sometimes longer, depending upon what you're doing. You're getting, that's your time to let girlfriend breathe. And that's beneficial because some people don't know that.
Yes. If
Tight
you wear them
pants.
all the time. Yeah, tight pants.
Tight
Pants. You're gonna get a yeast infection.
yeast infection. The tight pants, jeggings, tight leggings. Even, I mean, to be honest, we're in quarantine. We're in pandemic still. This is still going on. And think about it. You're not really getting dressed wearing tight jeans or whatever. You're going for things that are more comforting, like sweatpants or leggings, for instance. We live in leggings 24/7.
Yes.
And because they're comfortable, they throw off your pH or just aren't healthy for your vagina, period.
Yeah.
So again, these are things that we didn't always know, that we found out and we're sharing with you.
Yes, and hopefully a lot of young girls watch
especially.
it and become more aware.
You can still wear those things, but to wear them consistently, constantly is not good. That's all we're saying.
Right.
So we're not telling somebody that what you've been doing is wrong. We're just saying that what we've learned is that that's not always good.
Yes.
There
Let
we
her
go.
breathe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about poopouri.
Poopouri.
Girl.
Girl, if you don't have poopouri in your life, as a lady, when you go to the bathroom, it's already, I swear men think that we don't do number 2. I
Yes, they do.
swear. But some are like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. Da, 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 da. So then you're like, okay, but we do it. We always want to stay fresh and clean. So 3 squirts of
appear to be.
poopouri. No. I keep this on the back of my toilet for anybody that needs to come poop in my bathroom. For anybody that needs to do number 2 in my
There
bathroom,
you go.
they can squirt this 3 times. Give it 3 squirts. Sometimes I'm like,
They have different sizes, honey.
Yes.
And there's a size that's smaller than this that I used to, my mom would give us in her stocking. She'd be like, you could take this on the go. So I would have one in my cosmetic bag, in my purse, or I have one at work in my desk when we were still in the building, because you just never know.
they even make small cylinder ones. There's
Yeah, they
no
do.
reason why you can't carry one.
Very discreet.
Yeah.
Nobody has to know. It ain't nobody's business
No,
that you
it's
want to
not.
toilet. Thing that we actually have is in the category for body. So we talked about different things that we use on our vaginas or just overall your whole body. And we use the Deep Moisture Skin Natural Nourishing Instantly Soft Skin Big Pump Big Boy body wash. It's the Dove body wash.
Yes.
And it's the original scent. Of course, Dove, again, like I said, with the deodorant, they make thousands of scents. They make a variety of different scents, whatever your fancy is. Again, in my household, we stick to the original because it just smells so good, so fresh, and it's the best. I love it. And to be honest with you, when we started using it, it's because we had just moved into our house and I needed to go to the store to get bar soap because we had run out and all we had was the body wash. And to be honest with you, I was really surprised that my skin was so soft and it didn't like, you know, you have that residue.
Dry.
You get that dry residue or kind of like scaly. It don't matter if it's hot or cold outside. You get that with some deodorant bar soaps or body washes, and I didn't get that with this, and that's the first thing that I noticed off rip, and I love it. I love that. I'm the type of person where we also use the beauty bar, the original scent, the white beauty bar, and I like that, and I will use that, and then sometimes I do a pump of the body wash too, just because it smells good. And we use it on our son. Our son is 4, and his skin, of course, he's younger, so his skin is sensitive, and you try to be a little bit more cautious of what you put on your children's skin. But everybody in the family can use it. Nobody's had any reactions. It moisturizes your skin, so if you got around the house and you forget to put on lotion, you won't be that ashy because it has that nourishing, that moisturizer in it. So I definitely like it. Like Brittany says, she uses the sensitive. They have something for everyone, and I definitely recommend it.
One other thing about body wash, you know, Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret, they all smell great. They do. It's serious, ladies. If you get constant yeast infections, constant bacterial, and people don't know, like, bacterial vaginitis is serious. Like, douching causes bacterial infections. It dries you out. It's not good for you.
I'm just gonna say this. I know that even again with, I'm sure, a lot of women, my grandmother and my mom, like, this is things that you would see in the bathroom as a young woman growing up, and you automatically assume like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing too. And I'll just say this, your parents or your grandparents, your aunties or whoever, they lead by, they have a tendency to lead by example, and when you see that, you just automatically assume that that's what you're supposed to be doing too. And like Brittany said, everybody's body, every woman's body is different, but the things that we have presented to you today are just, it's good to know. And a lot of things sometimes are trial and error, because what works for us or myself or Brittany might not work for you. But the fact that you have that knowledge of something or that information, it's beneficial for you to share it with somebody else. So if they don't know why their pH is off, or if they didn't even know what pH was, they could go to it and be like, oh my God, maybe that's what it was. That's probably what my issue was. I've been eating this, or, you know, I've been wearing, you know, nothing but thongs, or I've been wearing, you know, underwear that probably has been contributing to me having these issues. You just never know, especially until somebody tells you. So that's all this video is just us sharing information from trial and error, or things that have just worked from us because somebody told us. That's all.
If you're 40 and over, go get your mammograms.
Have at it.
Do your self-care in the shower.
And then, you know what, honestly, yes,
do your self-check in the shower.
The self-check, or like when you go to the OB, she checks your boobies.
She checks your boobs.
You could do that at home.
If you don't have insurance, still please go get your mammogram. There's all types of financial assistance that hospitals have that they do not talk about, that can help cover different programs that can help actually cover 100% of your visits. And if that doesn't cover it, or if you feel like you don't qualify for that, they have other programs as well that'll help. So don't let that be your excuse.
On why?
Also, cervical cancer is very high in women,
especially Black women.
And it's undetectable unless you get your PAPs,
your annual pap smear.
And I think if you're new here, welcome. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the B Squad if you're an oldie but goodie. Thank you for coming back for another video.
Make sure that you hit that bell for all our future uploads. Thank you. We appreciate it. Have a good night.
Good night. We'll see you next time.
Bye.